Hello guys, welcome back to Dielectric Materials. In this video, I am going to discuss about ferroelectricity and ferroelectric materials, ferroelectricity in barium titanate, and applications of ferroelectric materials and dielectric materials. Ferroelectric materials have many applications. They are used as memory cores in computers. They are used to measure and control temperature. They are used as pressure transducers, and they are used in microphones and in other applications. Since ferroelectric materials have use applications, it is important to know about ferroelectric materials and ferroelectricity. Certain dielectric materials exhibit polarization or dipole moment even in the absence of electric field. That is, they exhibit spontaneous polarization. This phenomena is known as ferroelectricity, and the dielectric materials which exhibit spontaneous polarization are known as ferroelectric materials. The examples of ferroelectric materials are barium titanate, potassium dihydrogen phosphate, ammonium dihydrogen phosphate, lithium niobate. Properties of ferroelectric materials. Ferroelectric materials exhibit spontaneous polarization. That is, they are polarized even in the absence of electric field. They exhibit dielectric hysteresis. The lagging of polarization behind the applied electric field is called dielectric hysteresis. Above ferroelectric Curie temperature, ferroelectric material becomes paraelectric material. Paraelectric materials do not possess net electric dipole moment. They possess ferroelectric domain structure similar to ferromagnetic materials. Ferroelectric domains are the domains or regions in which all electric dipoles are aligned. Ferroelectric materials exhibit piezoelectricity and pyroelectricity. Piezoelectricity means the creation of electric polarization by mechanical stress, whereas pyroelectricity means the creation of electric polarization by thermal stress. Hysteresis of ferroelectric materials. This is one of the properties of ferroelectric materials. The polarization of ferroelectric material varies non-linearly with the applied electric field. Hence, the ferroelectric materials are known as non-linear dielectric materials. Such materials exhibit hysteresis curve similar to that of ferromagnetic materials. The lagging of polarization P behind the applied electric field E is called dielectric hysteresis. In this figure, the curve represents hysteresis of a ferroelectric material. Applied electric field is shown on the x-axis, and the polarization of the ferroelectric material is shown on the y-axis. When material is subjected to applied electric field, the polarization increases with the increase in applied electric field, and it reaches a saturation value A. When applied electric field is reduced gradually, the polarization also decreases. But when applied electric field is zero, the material retains certain amount of polarization. This polarization is known as spontaneous polarization or residual polarization. In order to make the residual polarization to 0, applied field is taken in reverse direction, and when applied field is increased gradually in opposite direction, the polarization decreases gradually and becomes 0 at a certain point of applied field. The field at which the residual polarization becomes 0 is known as coercive field. Thus, the variation of P with respect to E traced along the closed path A, B, C, D, E, F, A in one full cycle of polarization and depolarization is called hysteresis or the hysteresis curve. Now, let us discuss about barium titanate. See, barium titanate is one of the examples of ferroelectric materials which exhibit ferroelectricity even in the absence of applied electric field, that is spontaneous polarization. The structural changes in barium titanate give rise to ferroelectricity. Above 20 degrees Celsius, barium titanate has a cubic structure with barium ions at the corners of the cubic structure and oxygen ions each at the center of the each face, and a titanium ion at center of the body. This means it is centrosymmetric and possesses no spontaneous dipole. With no dipole, the material behaves like a simple dielectric, giving a linear polarization. The temperature at which the spontaneous polarization disappears is called the Curie temperature, Tc. The Curie temperature for barium titanate is 120 degrees Celsius. When barium titanate is cooled below 120 degrees Celsius, the cubic structure of barium titanate transforms to a tetragonal phase. When barium titanate is cooled below 120 degrees Celsius, the titanium ion inside the O6 octahedra shifts to one side of the body center. This displaces the neighboring oxygen ions along one of the crystal directions where the crystal gets elongated as shown in the figure. Thus, the cubic structure becomes tetragonal where dipoles are created throughout the crystal. Therefore, a net dipole moment or polarization arises in the barium titanate material. In this way, the structural changes in barium titanate when it is cooled below 120 degrees give rise to the ferroelectricity. Applications of ferroelectric materials. Ferroelectric materials are used to make pressure transducers, ultrasonic transducers, microphones and gas filters. They are used as memory cores in, as I told that, they are used in memory cores in computers, and they are used to measure and control temperature. Ferroelectric ceramics are used as capacitor to store electrical energy. As I mentioned, dielectric materials are mainly used to store electrical energy. They are used to make very good infrared detectors. Rochelli salt is used in devices like microphones, strain gauges, phonograph pickups and sonar devices. In optical communication, the ferroelectric crystals are used for optical modulation. Ferroelectric materials are used to produce ultrasonic waves. Electrodes are also used to bond the fractured bones in human body. Electrodes are the class of dielectric materials containing quasi-permanent electric charge which can generate external electric fields. They are used and ferroelectric metals are used as frequency stabilizers and crystal controlled oscillators. Now let us finally see about applications of dielectric materials. The dielectric materials have three major applications. Dielectric materials are used as dielectric medium in capacitors, and they are used in insulating materials in transformers, and they are used in industry and dielectric heating. Now let us see how dielectric materials are used as dielectric medium in capacitors. Thin sheets of papers filled with synthetic oils are used as dielectrics in the capacitors. Tissue papers and polypropylene films filled with dielectrol are used in power capacitors. Mica is used as dielectrics in discrete capacitors. And second applications of dielectric materials, it is used as insulating materials in transformers. Polyvinyl chloride is used to manufacture pipes, batteries, cables, etc. Liquid dielectrics such as petroleum oils, silicone oils are widely used in transformers, circuit breakers, etc. Synthetic oils such as ascaryls, Sovol, etc. are used as coolant and insulant in high voltage transformers. And third application of dielectric materials is it is used in industry and dielectric heating. Dielectric processing, piezoelectric effect is used in gas lighters, microphones, phonographs. Dielectric heating is the process of heating the insulating materials at very high voltage under suitable frequency at which dielectric loss becomes a maximum, so that the dielectric loss will come out in the form of heat. Hence, adequate heating was done at high voltages. Dielectric heating is the principle used in micro oven. Dielectric heating is also used in the dehydration of food and tobacco, etc. Thank you.